Alright, so here's a boot to check out, and this one is the Atomic Hawx Magna. Now I was super excited when I first heard about this boot coming out last year, as the Atomic Hawx series of boots has always been such a solid, all-mountain, great fitting boot. So now Atomic has expanded out its all-mountain Hawx range and offer 3 different lines of boots. You have the Hawx Ultra, the Hawx Prime, and this one, the Hawx Magna. And the promise of this boot was that it heralded the fit and feel of the Atomic Hawx, but now allowed for a wide fitting foot. Now, have they achieved what they're promising with this? Yeah. Now, what I was really hoping they would have done was just kept the whole back of the boot the same cuff, the same heel pocket, and just widened out the front of the boot. They haven't done that. So let's dive into this one, break it down, and have a look at what this boot has. So, the Atomic Hawx Magna is available in several flexes. In the men's you get it in an 80, 100, 110 and a 130 flex. In the women's you can also get it in the 70, 80 and 90 flex. So overall what we are looking at is a great traditional style overlap 4-buckle boot with a wide fit. We're looking at a 102mm last. It also includes Atomic's memory fit. So if you have a wider foot again, you'll be able to get a mold to this sucker and it's going to expand. A really nice shape to this toe box, has a little bit extra there for the big toe. We're looking at quite a generous instep height on this boot and quite a forgiving height for big calves on the back of this cuff too. Feature wise, as I said, it's pretty straight up and down 4-buckle boot, but they are nice and solid aluminum buckles, which do feel great to close. You can see on the ends of them, they have a little bit of a kick, so it just gives you good leverage for your thumb when securing your buckles. Dual cuff adjustment. So with the little Atomic tool, has some pins in the side and also that sort of star key which you can loosen and adjust the cuff alignment. And we have a nice and wide, sturdy feeling power strap on the top. Also it is removable if you did want to replace it with a different power strap. Now another nice feature for those wide feet is this black plastic. You can see that's injected into the front of this shell opening. So it's a bi-injection shell construction with what's known as Atomic's Easy Step In. So it's just softer plastic, allows you to open the boot up easier. And what we're getting with this liner is a Thinsulate insulated liner. Now in the Magna 130, Atomic put in their gold liner. Now what you get in this one is a neoprene toe box in the front. You're getting also an instep window on the tongue, and you get sort of a Sadas reinforced insole in the bottom. Not the most reinforced insole in the world, but it's better than most stock insoles. Also, what they're giving you is a volume reducer in the box here, which is going to go in under your insole in the boot. Probably something you're going to change anyway, but that, when you talk about half sizes, is what we're looking at to get the half size tighter fit out of this boot. For boot board, we're looking at a plastic boot board in the base of this boot. Quite low profile throughout, quite light. Also has a little bit of kick up into the toes. Stance wise, we're looking at a fairly low ramp angle of only 4 degrees. But then we were looking at forward lean. This is probably one of the best features I think on this boot, in the fact that we get 3 different options for where to set the forward lean of this cuff. Now if we look at the back there, you can see the marks of 13, 15 and 17 degrees. So basically what we're doing is undoing these bolts and adjusting it where you need to go. So to get it to 13, you also get this little wedge for the back. Power shift is what they like to call it. You can see this wedge that's going to sit in there behind the cuff. We're going to undo that bolt. We're going to sit it down in there and we're going to set that to 13 degrees. Otherwise, you can undo them, crank it forward, lock it into place and get the extra 17 degrees out of this boot. Now that's really it for the Atomic Hawx Magna. Now my opinion on this boot is sort of all over the shop. Now, although it's not what I dreamed it would be in the first place, I do see where this boot fits in. Now, previously Atomic's catered to the wide feet with the Live Fit series of boots, which has really been great for getting people comfortable as it's adapting instantly to those extra wide feet, but probably leaving a little bit to be desired when it comes to aggressive, solid skiing or for those bigger, burlier guys. And that's where this boot comes into play. Now, with a 4-buckle, solid 130 flex and memory fit, that's where that guy's going to be able to get into this boot, get comfortable, but have a better response. And for that reason, I'm going to give this boot a rating of 7. Thanks guys, catch you in the next review.